Hello and how you doing? This Urine regular Shante Johnson, all up in it, installment 364. This Urine Eureka like the vacuum cleaner, LaShante Johnson. First of all, before we get to the shout outs, today's installment is called All Up in Halitosis. I'll explain that in a minute. But before we get too far in today's installments, we need to cover a couple of issues. First of all, a disclaimer for y'all who be watching this show. This show is a family-friendly show. It's straight to Facebook. And it be for about PG rating, I would say. Anyway, some people who may have been offended, I'm here to tell you that any likeness thereof to someone that you may know or to your own self is purely a coincidence. So if you don't like it, turn it off. Ain't nobody making you sit here and watch me. There's a stop button. There's also a power button on your computer, so you can turn it off if you don't like it. That's my disclaimer for this show. Second, some people have been trying to duplicate the Urine Eureka Lashate all up in it, and that's okay then. They say that flattery is the best form of no, what's that they say? Imitation is the best form of flattery. And that's okay then. I like being flattered. So if y'all wants to make response videos, that's okay then. That's all for your entertainment purposes. Okay then, but just know that you cannot duplicate an original. That's something that we had all learned back in the 80s with Coca-Cola Classic and a new Coke. That's also something I think that we have learned with Windows XP and Vista. It's also something I think that we have learned with real fur like mink and fox fur. That's fake. You cannot duplicate an original like your Prada bags and your Prado bags you buy up on the street out in New York. Anyway, so then, but if y'all want to make your videos, go ahead and make your videos, tag me, that's okay then. I'm gonna give you a shout out and a holler to Camellia and to Miffy and to William and to Maxwell, and I think that's it. But anyway, holla. I would also like to give a shout out to Anne-Marie Brindle, who been watching my show and been picking up some stuff. That's good, girl. You gonna be a star when you grow up. I know it, but you just don't forget that you knew me, okay then? And also I would like to holler out to Dr. Brindle's phone, which had gone dead today but had come back on. So he is back in communication. There's somebody else I want to give a shout out to, but I can't remember who you are right now. So if I remember, then I will shout out to you at a later date. But for now, I think that's about it. Also then, today's episode is called All Up in Halitosis. For you who don't know what halitosis is, that's called something that when you have stank breath and can't nobody stand to be around you. So I'm gonna give you some oral hygiene tips to stop your halitosis. The first thing you got to do is brush your teeth. For that you need a toothbrush like this. I'm gonna show you the toothbrush. I got one with a tongue scraper on it. You can't never underestimate the power of a tongue scraper, because that's where your halitosis gonna stay. Also, brush it. It's good to use this probably 2 to 3 times daily. People would like you better. It's just like using your deodorants. Also, get you a good toothpaste. I like to use Aqua Fresh. It's good. There's also Crest and Colgate and Sensodyne and Rembrandt's and these other kinds, but just so long as you use one. Also, you might want a whitening rinse or a scope or like a Listerine. I got the Crest whitening rinse. It's good for you, for your teeth. And some dental floss. What happens is when you walk up to somebody, if you see them all of a sudden in your conversation put their hand over their face like this, like they looking at you going they trying to cover up their nose so they don't have to smell your stink breath from where you had onions and anchovies on your pizza. or whatever you had done. Maybe your breath just smell like crap, but what should like smell like you've been drinking out the toilet or something. But that's all right. You just get you some Aqua Fresh and a good toothbrush. You use it here and try some mints or some and some gum. Like keep that on you real good, like a Tic Tac or something. But anyway, that's the end of this installment. It's short, but it's called All Up in Halitosis, and I hope you had enjoyed it, and that this episode was not only entertaining but also educational. Y'all have a lovely day. Tell your mama and them I said hash endurance.